Rise and shine, Upper East Siders. It's time for your annual checkup. Lucky for you, doctors take their confidentiality seriously around here. All right. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Three Gossip Girls, a Gossip Girl podcast. I am Liz.
And I'm Michelle.
And tonight we watched season 5, episode 2, Beauty and the Feast. Original air date was Mean Girls Day, October 3rd, 2011. Written by Sarah Goodman, directed by Mark Pisnarski. Another Pisnarski.
Again.
2 for 2. Nate reconnects unexpectedly with Diana, the woman from LA who offers him an exciting job opportunity. Michelle's shaking her head. Meanwhile, Serena asks her cousin Charlie to come back to New York with her.
Demands.
Dan seeks out Chuck's help to stop the publication of his book, but discovers it is Chuck who needs help. Blair's future sister-in-law, Beatrice, arrives from Monaco, but her motives with Blair may be more than just to be acquainted.
Yeah.
My Glassful of Gossip tonight is titled Ease the Payne, and Payne as in Payne for Diana Payne.
Oh, perfect, too, with that ginger tea.
Yes, and I picked ginger tea to help with nausea.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. That was great.
Because poor Blair is suffering with her morning sickness.
I feel for Blair in this episode.
That's awful.
Yeah.
And it's like such high stakes.
Yes.
You know, to be pregnant and then have to be going to all these events and not telling anyone and having to be sick all the time.
I mean, it's always high stakes, like you said. But doesn't even know who the father is.
That makes it even worse.
You can't tell anybody. Well, usually so early on you don't tell anybody. But your partner, hopefully.
And she doesn't even have that. And luckily she told Dorota in this episode.
My heart. I love their friendship.
Oh, me too. It's so sweet. But let's remind everyone my 3 gossip words from last week. So we had doctors, which you pretty much nailed. Sister, which you got it after I gave you some clues. And then numb for obviously Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck. Just specifically Chuck.
Yeah.
So let's start out with Miss Valley Girl herself, Serena. I know she was getting on Michelle and I's nerves this week.
What is up with Serena? Like, she's always peppy and we love her for it. But this is a whole new level.
Sometimes it's like peppy and you're like, just take a seat, Serena. Just relax.
Turn it down a notch.
Just turn it down a little bit. She was just a little too much.
Yeah.
And we gave her MVP last week. So it's like how the mighty always fall, especially when it comes to Serena. But
yeah.
So she's still living in LA. She's preparing for this new job with Jane, who is going to be her new boss. And so she's on her way to meet up with Charlie because last week she bumped into Charlie. And now she's waiting for Charlie to kind of explain herself, where she's been. But as we know, Charlie is Ivy, and she's got a lot of explaining to do.
Poor Ivy, just trying to live her life on other people's money, right. And Serena really fucked this up for her and her boyfriend.
Yeah, like how did she get to LA though? It's just crazy that's the place that she chose to be.
So her boyfriend wants to become a chef.
He wants to be a chef, yeah.
And it sounds like she wants to become an actress. Is that true though?
I don't know yet. As of yet, at least. So It seems to be the truth, because why would you move to LA? And why would you move to LA to become a chef? Like, you can become a world-renowned chef, like, anywhere.
Right. Unless,
give or take, but...
Like, Ivy's dream was to become an actress, not Charlie's dream. They're two people now.
Right. So, and then I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe she, like, use this Charlie persona as like good practice for acting.
She did a great job.
She did a phenomenal job pretending to be someone's blood, and nobody recognizes that you're not the person. So
the Emmy goes to.
It's sure. She sure gets the Emmy for this one. But we pan over to Ivy, who she's talking to her boyfriend, Max. We learn his name, that she has an audition, but even though this is her cover up to go meet Serena, because he doesn't know anything. She's lying to everyone now.
Do we know how long they've been together?
I don't know. And I wonder if they were maybe together while she was putting on this like facade, and she kind of just told him like, oh, I'm gonna go do a job for a few months or something like that.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It seems like they're solid, but also fairly new. So I don't know.
And also not a lot of background is given about each other. I mean, she can't even lie and say, oh, my cousin's in town.
Right.
Because he knows, like, oh, wait, your mom, you're from Florida. And
right, it gets tricky. And then he knows that she has this checkbook.
Right, but it's from Grandpa who passed.
It's, right, not from Grandma. Not stolen, and not from a living relative who
you're not related to.
You're not them. You're not related to them. So he doesn't know that. He just knows that she has this like last resort check if she ever were to use it. Little does she know she can't use it.
And she must have used her earnings because she was paid.
Yes, Carol gave her money.
So she must have used it to get this apartment in LA.
Right. Because it's obviously not cheap.
No.
And if they both can't really make ends meet, then she must have had some sort of income. But yeah, so they live in a little modest apartment in LA. And so she goes to meet Serena, and she's telling Max, I have the audition. And he's talking about the fact that his friend moved to Portland and that he's now this big executive chef and he's doing really well out there and they should totally move. And Ivy thinks that maybe don't get your hopes up just yet. We'll make it here, I promise. And she leaves to go meet Serena. And she's like, yeah, just trying to keep it really like low key. And Serena's like, give me all the deeds. She's like, friends, boyfriends. And she's like, no.
I know.
None of those.
And I can understand Serena in this because I'm that person. If I haven't seen you in a while, I'm like, oh my God, give me the details. Like, I am that annoying
especially
friend.
Like, how did you get out here?
Right. All of the questions. That is me. I felt Serena in that.
Yeah.
I get it.
But Ivy's obviously not giving her anything. She doesn't want to tell her she even has a boyfriend because I guess that could lead to potential research of things and just would blow up her spot.
And then she's bringing this checkbook with her everywhere and drops it at brunch.
I am so confused why you would bring it to everywhere with you in your pocketbook, but also like it's safekeeping. But what if your pocketbook gets stolen? But then also it's a check, so technically no one can really write out a check,
right? And maybe she doesn't want to keep it in the apartment in case he sees. And it's like, wait, what name is this?
Right, because he knows her as Ivy. It's just really all messed up. But she claims again she doesn't have a boyfriend, and her mom doesn't know where she is. Does she know she's safe? And that's all she should really know. Even I'm like, well, that's the truth because Carol, she doesn't know where Ivy is, and Ivy probably doesn't want Carol to find out where she's been this whole time. So,
right. Well, also if Serena was like, hey, Charlie's in LA, I wonder what Carol would say because Carol knows obviously that's not her daughter.
Right.
Be like,
but then again, she knows assuming she knows she stole this checkbook from her. Yeah. So we have the lunch and the cousins are catching up. And Serena's like, well, exciting news. Actually, I'm staying because I'm taking a semester off Columbia. I'm like, how many? She basically shouldn't. You don't need to go there anymore if you keep taking.
She's forever on a sabbatical.
Exactly. And Ivy is like shook because she's like, shit, now I have to like keep figuring out how to keep lying to everyone in my life. And Serena gets even more excited because then she immediately calls her realtor and tells her we need 2-bedroom apartments because I'm staying and my cousin's going to move in with me. And Charlie's like, well, Ivy's like, whoa, this is a lot for me. But they go to look for apartments. And Ivy keeps coming up with reasons not to really move in with Serena, and Serena's kind of catching on. And then the realtor is like, you need to put a down payment on this ASAP because I have a lot of people who are interested in it. And Serena's like, oh, I can give you a check right now. I'll give you a down payment. And realizes she doesn't have her checkbook. But Ivy, you have your checkbook. I saw it. I happened to see it fall out of your bag. Like, Serena, first of all,
there's so many boundaries being crossed.
It's bad.
She pretty much demands her to be like, give her your checkbook.
Right.
You have it. Just do it.
I know. And then Ivy's like, well, I've been spending a lot. And she's like, you've been spending X, Y, and Z. I don't think that's like, you spent all your money. Like, she's thinking that she like knows what's up. And you don't, Serena, at all, obviously. But she really does like push her. And so Ivy's like, I have an out-of-state check. Is that okay? What do I do?
You just have to write your information, your bank
Yeah.
info. But also, like, Serena, you and your cousin are newly acquainted.
Right.
Then there was the whole thing that happened. And she even says, like, oh, I think this is going to make me depressed because I'm near. She's trying to come up with
about
something.
near water. And
instead of just being a firm, listen, I don't want to do this, she should have just said, I'm living with a friend and I'm happy. But Serena probably would have kept pushing.
Right. And Angelina in the chat was like, "Oh, Serena's just probably lonely because she's in the city by herself."
100% is
absolutely,
lonely.
which I have to try and remember that. But she really just like latched in and said, "No, we're moving in together.
Right.
You have a crazy roommate. Why couldn't she just said she's living with a friend? Like, would Serena really pry? Maybe Serena would be like, "Can we all be friends?"
Probably. Serena would show up.
Yeah,
and talk to the boyfriend. Yeah.
Well, Ivy's smart then. She knows exactly what to say to Serena.
Right.
But so she gives the check. And later on, Ivy then calls the realtor again. We decide not to move in together. Can I have my check back? And the realtor's like, that check was invalid, which surprises Ivy because she thought that this was like her like last ticket to even having a little bit of money. And so the realtor says, you should talk to Serena because I gave her the check when she came to actually pay for the down payment. Yikes. So Ivy's super concerned. She's like scrambling around. She goes to see her boyfriend, says, we need to move to Portland, like ASAP. And he's like totally about it. This is great. A new start for them. So she goes home to pack, but Serena is there. And she calls her out, but yet she calls her out and gives Ivy the perfect story. Oh yeah, your mom cut you off. This week we can't stand for this. Cece will fix it.
And Ivy's like, oh, wow, this is actually working out, but I'm still not working out. But okay, you actually don't know who I am yet.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's kind of working in her favor, even though she probably just wished that she never did this job in the first place for Carol. And now it's kind of messing up her personal life because Serena's like, you know, we're going. I need you. I need my cousin. And
we're going to live together.
So Charlie Ivy, whoever she is.
Should we call her Chivy?
Chivy.
So Chivy.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
So Serena, in order to, help Chivy out, she says, Chivy, you need to live with me. I love it.
I know, it's really fun. Chivy.
So Chivy goes to tell her boyfriend she's not coming to Portland. And she breaks up with him, saying that the reason is because of him, which is so hurtful. And you can tell that she's obviously upset, but she's also like in this mode where like, I gotta save myself, so I just gotta go.
Yeah.
She's in a pickle with Serena. And so poor Max is like, wait, I'm just so blindsided by this. I love you. I can't believe it. And she leaves. And so Serena brings the limo around and it's like, we're going to New York. And Chivy is like, I'm sorry. I thought we were just going to like Montecito or something. And she's like, no, my boss actually lives in New York. This is like where she, a temporary job. And now we have to move her back. And we're both going to move in together up on the Upper East Side.
But also, by the way, we're going to stop at Cece's and stay with her for a little while.
For a little bit, just to relax.
And I'm sitting here like, oh shit, now she'll be found out. But no, Cece actually has met Chivy. Mm-hmm. Because she hasn't seen the real Charlie.
In probably a long time.
So she only knows of Chivy.
Exactly. Charlie is Chivy, like to everyone. Like that's it. Nobody knows Charlie.
Isn't it when you say it
Charlotte.
Like that? Like, oh, that person's Chivy. It sounds like Stevie.
It's like there's this new word, chuggy. Did you ever hear of it? Guys, please, all you like youngins, please explain to me what chuggy is because I purposely don't click on those TikToks because I don't want to maybe know what chuggy is. It's like some phrase that the kids are saying.
There's another phrase.
It's like, that's so chuggy.
That Krista was saying to me. I'll have to get it when we're done, when we're off air. And I was like, what the hell is that? She's like, I don't know. They're all saying it.
Yeah, maybe
they're
it's
all,
chuggy.
How old am I? They're all saying it. Chuggy and Chivy.
Chuggy Chivy. Oh my God. I love it so much. That is where we end Serena and the Chivy situation. We go over to Padge. What's happening with you, Padge? He's spiraling a little bit, I feel.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure out which publisher has his book because he has no idea. His only clue is this check that Vanessa has sent him.
Okay, so that check bounced, or was he lying when he called Serena saying like, "Oh, I'm trying to figure out bank situations."
Yeah, because I think
I
he didn't want her to know his novel is out there.
Check. Okay.
And that he has a check.
Okay.
So he tries to log into Vanessa's bank account. He's trying the passwords, but of course he's not that slick. And so he calls his sister Serena for some help. Do you have some scheming tips for me? And she's like, actually, all of my scheming was done by Chuck, so maybe you should reach out to him since Blair isn't really speaking to you at the moment.
Right.
So Dan uses the Gossip Girl spotted map, which is really funny just looking at it. It's like so old school looking. And he finds out where Chuck is, and Chuck is in this dark alley, and he's getting willingly beat up by this fight club.
This is so season 4 Ryan Atwood.
I know.
Except lame.
It's way lame.
You feel nothing.
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 You feel nothing.
You feel nothing, and we also feel nothing for Chuck anyway.
Never. We feel nothing. I don't know why my tongue and mouth did that. It's like the word is knowing thing put together, nothing.
I love it. We're just creating so many words today. So he sees him, he witnesses this fight club, and Dan's like, what the hell's happening? And it gets broken up because Dan interjects himself. And so later on, Dan goes to kind of like talk to Chuck, but Nate's there, and he talks to Nate about he saw Chuck fighting, and he also has this like huge bruise he probably should get checked out. So Nate calls the doctor to make a house call.
His mom's
concierge doctor. And Chuck's like, yeah, cool. Let's get the doctor in. I'm not fazed by this at all. Later on, Dan asks Chuck for some help. What?
I just had a thought.
What's the thought?
It might be jumping ahead, though.
That's okay.
I think the way we're going to get Chuck to feel again is when he finds out that it's his baby.
Oh, that's good.
That's when the emotion's going to come.
I'm sure you're 100% right.
And then he'll like cry or something, and he'll be like, I feel
something.
He'll like grab Blair's hand and put it on his heart, and it'll start beating again.
Oh, and we're going to get like that Breaking Dawn.
Yes.
No, not Breaking Dawn. Yeah, Breaking Dawn. Part 2 when Bella's heart like pumping, and we're going to see Chuck's heart pumping. And
you're on my level.
That's it. I got it.
Cool.
We just made up the scene.
I love it. Happened. We're starting this season so hard with heavy predictions.
Yeah, because we both have predictions. Because again, guys, I know like the like couple of big things that happen, but I don't know how we get there.
You don't know.
So it's I don't know nothing. So I can't wait to see everything.
No thing.
So anyway, Dan tries to get some help from Chuck, but Chuck, of course, denies him. And Dan then makes the assumption Chuck is trying to do all of this acting out to get Blair's attention, so it's posted on Gossip Girl. And Chuck denies this. He's like, no, I actually don't really care about what's going on in Blair's life. And Dan's just getting heated to like piss him off further. He tells Chuck that Blair's over you. And like, I was the last one to kiss her before she got with Louis. And Chuck's like, actually, I had sex with her before, so screw you.
Back off, Padge.
Yeah.
You don't know shit.
And you see Padge is like, damn.
Yeah.
So later on, Padge gets wind from Gossip Girl that Chuck is up to no good again. And he's in the alley paying people to beat him up. And Dan, of course, breaks it up again, gets punched in the face, actually, while that's happening. And when they go back, Chuck says, like, I don't feel anything. Like, I am completely numb. I don't care about you being here or Chuck or Blair and Louis. Like, I don't feel anything. And so Dan's, like, Googling, and he finds this is, like, some form of PTSD, and the loss of Blair was so triggering. And I'm like, this is such an eye roll. Really?
This what he went through last year? Wasn't he also numb? Like, isn't he constantly numb?
Oh, with like the Giuseppe, whatever it was.
On a lighter, like on a different note. But every time he ends up with Blair, doesn't he not feel anything? I mean, this one at least he's like nicer because he's dealing with Padge. Usually he's just like in this drunken stupor, and he's like, I don't feel anything.
Yeah. So that was like more of a I want to change who I am back Geppetto Chuck, but this is like I don't know who I am, maybe. But it's all a little tired. Like, when he's not with Blair, he's not really doing much.
Well, I think that's the whole point. That's why he has to be with Blair.
I guess so. But Blair is thriving without Chuck. Sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know how we feel about Chuck, but I just was like, oh, this is kind of like a really big eye roll for me that he has the loss of Blair had to trigger this. Like, that's like the emotion, like not your mom like telling you I'm not actually your mom, your dad dying, like these traumatic things happening that would change a person. They don't have, it's losing Blair.
It is though, because that was the love of his life.
I know, you're right. And it's hard because I don't feel that connection.
Well, I don't either.
So it's hard for me to like sympathize with like, I shouldn't say that. I do sympathize with like losing the love of your life, but you also let her go. So maybe because you let her go, you feel a little bit like, or maybe you just feel like he did that because he felt like if it's meant to be, we'll get back together.
They haven't been together in 2 seasons
in a while
at this point because they slept together, but they weren't together.
No, and he was with the beginning. Yeah, I mean, it's so long ago at this point.
They weren't together in 4.
No, they weren't together all of 4. End of 3 was when she didn't show up to the Empire State Building.
Right.
So yeah, it's maybe like season 3, and then he fucked it all up with sleeping with Jenny.
Well, and also didn't he trade her?
Oh yeah, and traded her. That's when they were actually together.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been since season 3. So we had about
wow. So it's been a while.
It feels like, I guess, long.
But because they had that moment last season where they slept together and
and they pretty much were like, we will always love each other. You mean so much to me, but we just can't get it together.
We're toxic.
Maybe we should, be less toxic.
Yeah.
But then Dan's like, yeah, you should go to therapy. And Chuck's like, yeah, therapy. I'm like, you should definitely go to therapy, though. Everyone should be going to therapy.
Right.
But now that Dan helped Chuck decides, okay, I'll help you figure out who the publisher is. And he's like, I don't understand why you can't just publish your book. Wouldn't you want that to happen? And he's like, well, this is a Charlie Trout situation. I wrote a whole satire about all you people, and you probably don't want it to come out. And Chuck's like, oh, yeah. All right, so I'll help you. I don't want anything to come out of me.
Yeah.
We have to wrap up Nate's like really boring storyline.
Here we go again. This. Here we go. Can we give him something different?
No, we can't. It's so bad.
Oh my god!
Like, give this guy something else. Why does he have to constantly just have sex with random women, or be in a random relationship? And then it's just like it's just so boring.
Why couldn't he take? I know he didn't want it, but why couldn't he have taken that internship that his mom offered to him?
Right.
Instead, now he's going to. Well,
we'll see what happens.
I guess so.
But anyway, so he can't keep it up. The poor thing. He can't get it together.
It's all in his head.
But it's in his head. He's really trying. He claims he can't stop thinking about the woman he met in LA. I'm like, really?
Diana, right?
Diana. He doesn't know her name's Diana yet.
Right.
But he can't stop thinking about her. Like, what? Because she like said, haha, this is actually my house. Bye. And I won't tell you who it's like the mystery of it. He's like so fascinated.
Yeah. And this was the last woman he was with before he came to New York, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And they've only been in New York for like, I don't know, a week or two. Yeah,
right. And she's an older woman.
Right.
I mean, she's very attractive.
Of course. I get it. But also it's like, all right, dude.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. And so he should be concentrating on these internships with school, and Anna's trying to help him out, and he has potentially 2 that he has to choose from. And then later on, he's making these pop brownies to like chill out, and he's still desperately trying to figure out who Diana is and her information. So after the doctor leaves to see Chuck, the doctor mentions how he's actually really concerned that Chuck is numb, because when you press on someone's ribs, they usually have like a reaction, and it doesn't really make any sense. And Nate kind of says, well, yeah, he self-medicates all the time. And the doctor's like, that's really dangerous. So
he's like, oh, he's got some drugs that probably aren't even legal in Mexico. And Nate laughs, and the doctor's like,
it's not funny, dude.
Not funny.
It's not funny. And he's like, if he's on all those drugs, someone needs to babysit him, because could be a very dangerous situation. So Nate goes to see his mom, and before he can even walk up to the door, Diana comes walking out of his brownstone, and Nate's like, oh my god, you were thinking about me too? How sweet. And she's like, oh no, honey.
Little naive Nate.
That is not true. I was there to see your mother, and she wanted to interview her for a newly acquired newspaper called The Spectator that she just got.
Wasn't it like the wives of like...
Yes.
Something like that. I could see it on the caption.
On the captions,
screen.
I know.
But it wasn't good. It was kind of like slander.
Yes. Because she's into this with the newspaper. She wants to be like the up and coming, I guess, like gossip sort of.
Right. And so she wanted to get her perspective of being married to Howie.
Mm-hmm. But Anne's obviously not about it, and she kicks her out. So later on, Nate gets Diana's card, I guess, from his mother and calls her back to the brownstone. And they have this ridiculously raunchy scene of them hooking up in the alley, which I'm like, this went on for too long, in my opinion. Just didn't need to happen. We could have just understood what happened. We didn't need to see it.
No.
And nothing even crazy happened. And it wasn't even like it was teen sex guys and that's why I'm like, I just really just truly didn't need to see it.
I think what they should have done is just like push, like they like go into an alley fast and that's it.
That's it. We know what we understand. We understand. So after that, they discuss Nate's internship possibilities, and Diana just offers him an internship at The Spectator, and that someone who is so persuasive like Nate would be great at marketing or something.
And business deals.
And
then like, she kisses him.
Like, I'll see you Monday. Like, she's confident that he's going to accept this offer.
But also she kisses him.
Right.
So it's like crossing a line.
If it's not right. Yeah. All right. Lastly, we have to talk about Blair. This is the good stuff.
The good stuff.
Episode begins with Blair at Dorota's doctor's appointment. And she's pressing the doctor about all of Blair's like secret pregnancy feelings, masking as Dorota's feelings. And then Dorota's like, Miss Blair, I know what's up. You're pregnant. And Blair's like, please don't say anything. But we're pregnant. And they hug, and it's really sweet.
We're sisters. We're distant cousins.
Really funny. So later on, Louise's sister Beatrice arrives, and Blair is instantly sickened by her perfume. But Beatrice is so excited to just get to know her new sister-to-be. So the two go shopping, and they discuss all of like the traditions of a royal wedding and the lifestyle, and Blair is so surprised that there is so many rules, like a mandated dress code. And so Beatrice replies that being allowed to wear what she wants is just a perk of not being the reigning sibling. And she even had a few days in the spotlight, and it was exhausting, and Blair is just more suited for it. Blair's like, okay. So they walk up to a hot dog truck for a snack, but Blair has to excuse herself to be sick. Later on, Blair is sick again, and she runs upstairs, but Beatrice thinks Blair is on drugs since she keeps disappearing. But then we bring it full circle when we talk about Blair being bulimic.
Remember when they touched upon it, or they touched upon it in the books, and it was like an ongoing thing?
Yeah, and do you remember Shanna told us like it never comes up again on the show? But I guess it came up like twice since then.
So should I just like not ever hold on to William and the drugs?
Oh, yeah. William and the drugs.
Shanna, if you're listening.
Yeah, honestly, Shanna's a non-reliable source. So.
Schnocks.
I don't know.
Wow.
But we do talk about the bulimia again, which, okay, we're bringing it all back to...
And Dorota shoots it down, but also lets it in a little bit.
Yeah, she's like, oh, well, she used to be, but she's not anymore.
And she's not on drugs.
Because she's way too OCD to like be on any drugs. She has to be in control. So after that, Beatrice calls Louis to talk about this issue with Blair. And so they meet up and discuss what Beatrice has learned. And Louise states he already knew about Blair's past, and she's not harming herself again, I promise you. And he doesn't take it seriously, but Beatrice is like, I will prove it to you that she's still bulimic and throwing up. So later on, Blair's about to snack on some saltine crackers when Louis and Beatrice, but Beatrice and Louis come into her room to tell her, hey, this feast that we had in Monaco, we're moving it to New York so that you can come.
We need to talk about the logistics of this.
This doesn't make any sense.
I truly don't understand they were supposed to leave on a flight, which Beatrice
pushed back
to leave on the flight to go to Monaco. But instead they move it to New York. So I'm like, fine, maybe it's a couple of days later. It's still the same day.
I'm pretty sure it's the same day, if not like the next day.
I think it's the same day because Padges were running around in the same t-shirt.
So it's the same day.
It's an 8-hour and 15-minute flight to Monaco from New York.
Doesn't make any sense.
What time did they start their day? 6 a.m., 5 a.m.,
right?
4 a.m.?
Doesn't make any sense. So it's a little...
I'm so confused.
Yeah. But they bring the feast to New York. And so Beatrice is trying to get a very, very nauseous Blair to like eat at the feast. And Blair is having a really hard time until Dan shows up and saves the day and comes to tell Blair about Chuck. And this is a good way because now Blair can avoid all the food that's at the party. So she brings him into the women's restroom. And she tells everyone to get out because she's going to be sick and she doesn't want anyone to know she's going to be sick. And he's really confused as to why she's being so nice to him since they had that falling out, I guess, last week for them. And she goes to throw up and comes back out and he clocks her thinking she's bulimic like everyone else. He's trying to tell her about Chuck, which like I'm like irrelevant at this point. He's like, you slept with Chuck. I'm like, who cares? She's always slept with Chuck.
Right.
Dan, like, get over it. I guess because like it was news to him and he was like so disappointed that she did and it really bothered me.
I think because he holds her on this weird pedestal.
He does.
And also the fact that I think he wanted maybe the upper hand of I was the last person to kiss you.
Oh, we absolutely
had
that.
Something and I don't want to just fester this up. But there's something there.
Right. He's still holding on to this.
Yeah.
Whether he wants to admit it or not. And so him telling Blair, like, but also it's kind of like he's trying to help Chuck. Like, oh, we need to help Chuck. He's not doing well. He's trying to do this because of you. And Blair's like, it's not because of me.
Because he gave me the blessing.
He told me to be with Louis. And he's like, oh, like he had no idea. But he's like, so what's this all about then? And she blurts out that she's pregnant. And of course, at that moment, Beatrice opens the door and she hears it. So Blair runs up to Beatrice and she's like, can you please not say anything? It's so early. I didn't want to disappoint anyone if anything should happen. And Louis doesn't know and nobody knows. So Beatrice does cover for Blair in front of Louis. So you're like, all right, so she's such a nice girl.
Sure. But also, how come Louis is not questioning why Padge is always around Blair?
I know. And he didn't get dressed up to come to this. Like, he doesn't belong there. He walked in. She goes into the bathroom with him. He's just always there.
And Louis has nothing to say about it?
He's like, I trust you, Blair. What?
I mean, last week you were helping him out because of the article that got out.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Like,
why are you there?
He shouldn't trust Padge.
No.
So. But Louis doesn't find out because Beatrice withholds the information that she knows. But then we see she isn't so nice. And she's in the limo with the priest at the feast. And he knows Blair's pregnant, but it seems as though her plan is to get Louis off the throne and out of Monaco.
I'm kind of into it.
However she's going to do this. This should be interesting.
Because she's always wanted it, but her mother doesn't view her that way.
Right. They're not equals. Her son is always the favorite. And
so she just wants to get Louis to stay out of Monaco forever.
I guess so she can take over. And she even says to him, like, you didn't even want it all that badly. You're just doing it because it's tradition. And
right.
And he's also marrying someone who's not, part of the...
And also she can't use the pregnancy because her mom would be thrilled.
Right. So she's upset about that.
Right. She's going to find out. She's not on the island, is she?
I don't think so. I'm not 100%, but I would say no, she's not on the island.
Shitty.
Yeah.
But like to get him to stay would be like to find out that that's actually not his baby. Or it is his. No, I don't know. I take all of that back. I'm trying to like come up with a way to get him to stay in New York, essentially, to give up the throne.
Right. And so, like many episodes so far, Blair heads to see Padge in Brooklyn. And she tells Dan she's keeping the baby. She's thought about the options, but she's going to keep the baby. She's pretty certain that the baby is Louise because of probability. And Dan's like, well, that doesn't really work out that way. Like, you can't force your genes and, to give you what you want. And he presses her, you should find out who the dad is, not just for you, for the baby. And then we have such a sweet pair moment, and Blair is just afraid that she's gonna lose everything. If this baby, I guess, is Chuck's, she really can lose everything. And Dan's like, well, you'll just have me. And they like cuddle, and it's really, really just warm and sweet and delicious.
It is delicious.
It's delicious.
He does like a slight little kiss on the head.
Oh, which Don't we all love that?
Yeah. And just so comforting.
Yes.
And she said, you're the only person I can confide and have an emotional conversation with at this point.
Which is huge.
Yeah.
And he's probably loving that.
Of course he is, because he needs it too. This guy's got to be so lonely.
Yeah, I think so too. That's the end of my summary. I loved that last scene, you guys.
I loved it. And also the fact when she was talking about that this baby was made from love.
Mm-hmm. So
it's Chuck's.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I'm like so firm on this. I hope I'm wrong.
Okay.
I really hope I'm wrong, because I'm being like a butthole about it.
I don't think you're being a butthole.
Little pompous.
Well, you're confident. Well, because you're also confident that Cher is endgame. So you're like, oh, well, what would be great about this is if they just throw a little kid in there in this Cher romance.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back with your segments. All right. Hope you had a good break. Going to start out with some trivia. This episode was watched by 1.34 million people.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
The title is based off the movie Beauty and the Beast. When Dan scrolls through his contacts before calling Serena, several of his contacts are names of Gossip Girl crew members: Talia Mandillo, Nicholas Mavoli, Christopher Nelson, Randy Overland, Patricia Walker, Ramona Wong, and there are also Cece Rhodes, Eric Vanderwoodson, and Scott Rawson. I thought that was so funny because, like, obviously Scott Rawson, your brother, your long lost brother that we'll never hear from again.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
Yeah.
Scott.
Tish has some deleted scenes. She said there are a couple of deleted scenes from this episode. The first one, we see Chuck call the guys back and say, "I don't want my refund, and nobody will interrupt this time." Another one where Serena is in Ivy's apartment and she holds the bounced check, asking the landlord if Charlie lives here. And he said, "I rented it to a kid named Max. Not sure about the girl's name, but that's definitely her," and cuts to a picture of Ivy. In the last one, Louis, Blair, Beatrice, Father Cavalia, and are all talking together, and Blair is saying bye to Father Cavalia, and Beatrice asks Louis, "You sure you don't want to spend a few days at home with them?" And Louis says, "It's not home without you." Blair then hugs Beatrice, whispers, "Thank you for keeping my secret." And Beatrice says, "Of course, I can't wait till you tell him the happy news." Yeah. We had some music by Foster the People, The World Record, Peanut Butter Lovesicle. That name always makes me laugh. Rainbow Arabia, The Wooden Elves, Hot Pipes, and Telegraph Canyon. All right, so Tish has some questions for us. How long do you think Diana will be around for, and how long will she and Nate have a thing?
4 episodes.
4 more from now.
Yeah. Probably 3. 3 more episodes.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Why does she... I truly don't know, guys. I know some things about her character, but I don't know why she was seeking out Nate.
Well, to get in
with his mother
story. Maybe people have been trying to get the story of Anne, or maybe she came. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like this could be a start of like talking about women whose husbands are corrupt in the corrupt world, and so I don't know.
Same. Do you think the writers intentionally had Padge be the first person she actually says "I'm pregnant" to set up for some more pair?
Yes. I mean, selfishly, yes.
Selfishly, yes. Angelina and Will both want to know, how do we feel about the Padge and Chuck broship?
I'm okay with it. In the sense where if Padge is numb, I can deal with him.
Chuck.
I mean, when Chuck is numb, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like picturing Chuck, but I'm picturing them together. Yes, when Chuck is numb, I can deal with him. Padge and Chuck together are fine.
It's like comical a little bit.
It is comical.
I mean, when he's like, "I can tickle you," like they're
God,
they're bantering.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. I still like Pate a lot better.
No, I feel the energy with them more than this.
Yeah. Vic says, would you move somewhere if it meant an opportunity for your significant other?
We talk about this
all the time.
The time. So it's really hard to answer that because I'm literally a townie.
Right.
I have lived in the same place my entire life. Didn't go away to school.
Right. Same.
So, I don't know. Aunt and I, we just had this talk about like where we would move. And pretty much I was like, I'm not moving south.
Really, really good.
Like if I can make it work. Because, you know, New York is...
It's hard.
New York has issues. I'm not saying New York's perfect.
For sure.
At all. Definitely has issues with a lot of things. But...
And Long Island's like the most expensive part.
Sure. Yeah. But if friends and family are here and I can make it work here, I'm not interested in leaving.
Same.
But if Aunt, and I said, Aunt, if you got an amazing opportunity, then okay, I work from home, so it'd be pretty weird if I was like, we can't go.
Right.
That'd be bad. That'd be really selfish.
Yeah. No, it would you don't want to be selfish.
I know. That'd be really, really selfish.
Yeah. Well, Vic knows. I mean, she's moved around a lot, so she's definitely selfless.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Do you think Chuck is the dad? And will he find out about the baby soon?
I do think Chuck is the dad. I'm very passionate about that.
Yes, you are.
I don't think it'll be soon. I could see a couple more episodes. I'm just wondering if it's going to happen before the wedding.
If he's going to find out before the wedding.
Yeah, or at the wedding or something.
Right. What fashion did you like?
Oh, I love
I
Blair's
didn't have much.
outfit. The citrus, the skirt, and the yellow shirt, and her bright lip. I loved that.
Yeah, I liked her dress at the event as well. The
Beautiful.
cream with the gold.
I love Serena's statement ring in the first scene that we see her. It was really cool.
I liked her blazer.
Oh my God,
pink
the hot pink blazer. Yes. Beatrice's dress was really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I like Dan's gray.
I mean, the tea was good.
It's cute.
The tea looked good. I also learned Blair's middle name.
Yeah, guys.
Cordelia.
Cordelia, yes. Did they ever...
Cornelia.
Blair Cornelia. It's Cornelia.
Cornelia.
Have they ever told us this before? I already knew this, so I didn't remember exactly if they have told us prior that that was her middle name.
Probably. Maybe we saw a birth certificate.
It's possible.
But I don't know why I felt like this was news to me.
She was like, oh my God, I just learned her middle name. I'm like, oh, I guess I didn't realize that we didn't already know this. That's all I have for my fashion. You too.
Yeah.
Okay. Some quotes.
Yes. I'm not Serena Humphrey. I don't need saving.
Yeah. Dorota, just go with it. It's only way.
I could tickle you.
Yes. Or you get those weird lips that everybody over here has.
I got onion flavored snacks.
Funyuns, onion flavored snacks.
You could have just said chips.
We're like, why couldn't you just get a bag of chips? Just a regular bag of chips.
Yeah.
I'd ask how your summer's going, but seeing you're with Chuck, I guess weird.
I think that's all I have.
I'm too exhausted to even reprimand your insubordination. And Blair, friendship is a tenuous term. Now be a gentleman and run the water.
Yeah, that was good.
All right. MVP and shittiest. I struggled for sure.
Yeah, I have mine.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
MVP on 3?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, Beatrice. Ooh.
Yeah.
You like her.
I do.
She's stirring up the shit.
I do. She could have thrown... I know she's playing a long con here because she could have thrown Blair under the bus to get what she wants. Yeah. But I'm into what she's doing, and let's see what you're going to come up with.
All right. I picked Louis because he's just a solid choice. And honestly, everyone really annoyed me in this episode. I wanted to give it to so many other people, but then they have a little thing that I'm like, ugh, that was a little shitty.
Yeah.
So we had 2 votes for Padge, though. People like the Padge.
Okay.
Shittiest.
Yeah.
Everyone, but all right.
It's not a good reason, but it's fine.
Right.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Serena.
Beatrice. I get why you picked Serena.
She just annoyed me. She's way too pushy. Way too pushy.
I know, and I've seen this 3 times now, and every time I'm like, God, Serena, just take it back a notch.
Way too pushy.
We had 2 votes for Beatrice as well.
Okay, that makes sense.
Time for a little Betty of the week.
Yes.
You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty.
this week I chose someone, actually she's been with us for quite a while now, but it was just her birthday on September 7th. Happy birthday to Ashley, baby girl.
Ashley, hi.
Thank you so much for being with us for as long as you have. We thoroughly get to enjoy hearing from you in the Discord chat. So we just wanted to say thank you, and we see you, and we hope you had a wonderful birthday, and we love that little baby.
Thank you.
All right, Michelle, the title for next week.
Is it a doozy?
Is it a doozy? It's, I'm trying to even remember. It's meshing. Oh, I remember some stuff. Some stuff is good.
Okay.
All right, so the title is The Jewel of Denial. My 3 gossip words are 3 gossip words. Free, stolen, results.
Oh my goodness.
I know they're very vague.
Free?
Free, like free of charge. Well,
or I'm free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, stolen. Wow, I am really. Oh, no, that'd be weird. If like Beatrice sets up something that's stolen and like has controversy with her brother, and that's why he can't like, become what he's doing. Results.
I like where your head's at.
Maybe they're going to try and steal. No, they can't test. When can you test DNA? Not yet, right?
I think they might have. They might have fudged this a little bit.
Okay, because I think Padge is gonna help Blair steal something so we can test DNA.
Okay.
From Louis, or maybe Dorota. Actually, we'll add Dorota into this too.
Sure.
I would love Dorota, Padge, Blair, like a triangle, and lots of like detective work going on.
I would love that as well.
But where are they going to do the DNA test? So they're going to have to figure that out. So maybe we find out results next week or beginning of 4.
Okay.
Which would leave us
like a cliffhanger.
A little bit of a cliffhanger. And then the wedding is happening.
Not yet.
Not yet, but soon.
All right. Good prediction.
Also, Serena and Chivy are back.
Yes. So what's going to happen?
So this...
Are people going to be welcoming to Chivy coming back?
I'm sure Rufus will, and I'm hoping we do see Lily because we haven't seen her yet.
I can confirm we do see Lily next week.
I would assume so if Chivy and Serena are coming back. So it'll be like a reunion of sorts. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you're here. Be like, oh my, some sob story of like, my mom kicked me out and cut me off. And we have to call Cece and Cece will make it all better. Mm-hmm. Do we see them go visit Cece?
No, we don't.
But this is after the math, right?
This is after. So It's been like a week or 2. So maybe they won't have to fudge the results thing. I don't know for sure when next week if they actually say like how far along Blair is.
Okay.
So I don't know.
And then free, living rent free.
Ooh.
Chivy will be living rent free.
She sure will.
And I guess they're getting an apartment. So we'll see a new setting. She doesn't know. She's
I do know, but
you do know. Okay, those are all my
those are great
overall predictions.
Those are great.
Yeah.
Okay, so what should we do for an emoji? Vic thinks we should do the throwing up face. I mean,
we could do
pretty much work. So why don't we do everyone send us the throwing up emoji?
Please send us the emoji. However, with this one particular, maybe don't put it in an Apple podcast review. Because then it's like you're puking on us.
Oh my God,
or
you're
put
so
like
right.
a puking and a laughing emoji.
Just like, haha, just kidding. Love these ladies.
Yeah, that's a sample way. That's a great sample review.
I just mocked up one.
So if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts and you haven't already, please consider leaving us a review, rating us 5 stars if you're enjoying the show. It means so much to us. Helps the show grow. We love to hear from you. We really want to hear from you. I mean,
really.
We keep saying this, but it's a little quiet.
It has been a little quiet, and we're not sure if it's just because we just started the season.
Yeah.
You guys have to get your bearings, recording schedule, etc. We just want to hear from you that you're listening and that you're liking the show, and we just want
to hear from you.
Just say, hey, enjoying the podcast or something like that. We just want to hear from you.
We just want to hear from you, and thank you to everybody who does reach out. We so appreciate you. But if you're listening, just send us the emoji. You can DM us at Total Betty Media.
Yes.
On Instagram. You could email us 3gossipgirlspod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can even tweet us at Total Betty.
Hell yeah. We could do it.
We're on there. Right. Comment. We post.
Yeah, guys.
We're not desperate at all.
No, we just want to, if you listen to the episode, maybe give it, a little shout out. Hey, I listened, or I can't wait to listen, or something like that. We'd just love to hear that you are listening.
Yeah.
And we see the numbers, and we just want to say, like, hey, who are you people?
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Send us your questions. Also, last week, I received no pictures of cats.
Guys, step it
Come on.
up.
I know some of you have cats. Send them to me. I'm not kidding. I really am a cat person. Listening to
She really is. She really is.
She really is. That's all we're going to preach to you about that.
Yes.
Thank you.
And before we go to After Dark, I do have a treat from William. Will's treats Gossip Girl characters as musical instruments.
Ooh.
So we have Blair, harp, obviously, classy and elegant, always at some scintillating and shockingly subdued soiree. Chuck, trombone. Chuck's whole storyline this episode is the human embodiment of a sad trombone sound. Dan, piano. He was playing the right keys this episode and always seems to strike a chord in the hearts of my favorite character. Serena, saxophone, golden and shiny. If you have her on your arm, you know you're looking good. Nate, French horn, a horny boy who has an obvious connection to older distinguished Europeans. Rufus, guitar, duh. Louis, drum. His heart beats for Blair like a drum, but he's about to get beat out by Chuck's drumstick. Ivy, harmonica. Just like Dylan, she was storming New York with a plan to make some money and be around with some famous people. Maureen, oboe. From Maureen to Lindsay Gardner, Nicole Wheeler, ? Redheads pull off the oboe better than anyone. Oh my God.
I love it.
I'm living.
Love it.
Thank you, Will. It's literally always a treat. I can't wait to get your emails every week so I can share them with the world because it's just, it's perfection.
Will, if you would like to submit an idea for Will to come up with, check the show notes. There's a hyperlink there. Will's treats. You could submit. Maybe will pick your idea and provide us with a treat.
It's so good, guys.
Thank
you. If you have a creative idea, definitely just send it to Will. Will. All right. I think it's time we get on the roller coaster and have to say goodbye to all the others.
Click.
But if you want to join us for After Dark,
Click.
we're going. Here we go. You know you love us.
XOXO.
Gossip Girls.
After Dark.
Ooh, we cracked. Sorry, guys. Oh, man, we cracked. We cracked. Nooting and cracking. Nooting.
Chivy.
So many good words in tonight's episode. But we're in After Dark. And I feel like the whole Gossip Girl, Dan not knowing about Chuck and then like saying, oh, I have to find out on Gossip Girl. But I'm like, bitch, you are Gossip Girl.
Well, he has to play it up, right?
I know.
But why would you even say that? But it seems
like when he got that message that they'd found Chuck's whereabouts like the second time, he was like, soap. I'm like, what?
The server.
You know, it has to be. It has to be. It's the only thing that makes sense. You guys were a broken record. But it didn't really seem very obvious, except for the fact that we talked about his novel again, which seems to very be Gossip Girly.
Yeah.
You know, that the whole purpose of it is to talk shit about all these people, which is like, and I was like, oh my God, why don't they publish it and make the author Gossip Girl?
I was just going to say
but
that.
Then again, the initials of this Dylan whatever for the DH, I feel like people would put two and two together that it was Daniel Humphrey.
Right.
So that's the only reason why I was like, oh my God, wouldn't that be like creative if they just like published it by Gossip Girl? Like the author was Gossip Girl.
He's so good.
I know. It'd be like Gilmore Girls.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you feel about season 2 of new Gossip Girls coming?
It's all right.
It got picked up.
I was like, oh, okay.
I put in the Discord, we posted about it, and you just put the emoji of the 3 like thinking.
Thinking. Just like, I don't know. Am I super excited? I mean, like, it's definitely not like on the top of my list.
Well, yeah, and it'll be so long before it comes. We didn't even get the second half
I know,
yet.
we didn't even get the second half yet. So it's like, all right, we have to really wow me with the second half. But, good for them. Sure.
Okay. All right.
You?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Give us more to talk about.
Absolutely.
And, I think the other thing besides that of like, we'll watch it or whatever, but I don't want them to burn out so fast.
Right.
But also, like, don't exhaust. Like, I don't know where we're going to go. Like, it seems like it could be a one-season show.
It definitely could be a one-season
Unless
show.
we're totally going to change and go more into maybe the characters and, like, not the whole aspect of Gossip Girl.
Right, because I feel like that could get tired, especially with, like, Kate and, like,
yeah.
What do we do?
How long do you keep that up?
Yeah. So that's why my hesitations. I'm like, oh, wow, they already signed up for a second season. What could they possibly be doing when we haven't even gotten the next 6?
But usually second seasons are really good because everything's established.
That's true.
It's as we go further on where it's like, ooh.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I can't figure out what to do with these people.
Yeah. What do you think is the ultimate number of seasons a TV show could have?
5.
5?
Yeah. 5 or 6.
Give or take.
Depending. Like, if you have a solid 5, you're good. Like, when to stop.
And you have control.
Once it exceeds that number, it usually just, they have to keep recycling or figuring things out, or people, like, cast members leave. Like, it's just, it doesn't have that same feeling.
Yeah.
So, like, I say, like, 5 or 6. I think 6 might be pushing it.
5 is good.
5 is a good number to, like, first season is like the pilot, the start. Second season's when it starts to get really good. Third season's like, okay, we can really hold this up. And then like the 4th and 5th are like, how do we wrap up these people?
Right.
And that's a perfect show to me.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights has 6 seasons or 5 seasons?
I think it's 5.
I think you might be right. I think I looked this up once.
Let's see. Friday Night Lights has 5 seasons.
See, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to 5 seasons. Like, that's a perfect amount of seasons.
I don't even know how many episodes are in each season.
I think it's like roughly 22. I know the first season has 22, so I'm just assuming based off that.
Oh, you did more research than I did.
I just wanted to be prepared. I just wanted to be prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're in After Dark and you don't already know that we're going to do a Friday Night Lights podcast, it's going to launch on November 1st, so just stay tuned for that. And thank you for making it to the end of the show.
Thank you.
You guys are just the best.
Yeah.
The best family.
Send us your cat photos. Send us questions. Just send us hellos.
Yeah, just say hello. If you've never said hello,
yeah,
we would love to meet you.
Yeah. If we haven't heard from you yet, and listen, I'm someone who listens to podcasts and
never
I just go
reach
the
out.
next.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do, but maybe this time you'll be like, you know what? I'm going to reach out today.
Yeah. We would love to hear from you.
That'd be cool.
So please consider. And we will be back next week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Episode 3 already.
Episode 3.
Woo.
My goodness. Thank you so much for listening to 3 Gossip Girls. You can find us on all social media platforms at Total Betty Media. If you want to send us an email, 3gossipgirlspod@gmail.com.
This has been a Total Betty Media podcast, produced and edited by Michelle Rubenstein and Alyssa Tenio, music by Anthony Vicora.